And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys, I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Okay, the Reds are back in action later on today as we take on Sheffield United. As we stated in yesterday's video, of course Sheffield United did sack their last manager and have replaced him with Chris Wilder. So he will of course be in the dugout for that game against Sheffield United at Bramall Lane. As I stated yesterday, I do fully expect us to go out there and blow this team away. However, I have said as a bit of an advocate that basically we do struggle against the sides that do sit in and play that sort of low block. But it's about us going out there and trying to find the key that can unlock that lock going into this one. I'm not fully expecting a completely different side now. Chris Wilder has taken over the reins. I don't think he's had enough time to really work with the players. However, that could be that feeling of a new manager bounce, a bit of a fresh feeling in and around the place. But I usually think that would come a bit too soon at this moment in time, as the previous manager was only really just sacked. So I'm not expecting anything completely different, and I'm really expecting us to go out there and beat this Sheffield United team fairly comfortably. But that game, of course, is a bit later on. We did sort of preview the game yesterday, so no need to really go through the opposition as such. However, guys, in today's video, we'll be discussing why Liverpool have been handed a massive blow, whilst also providing you a bit of an injury update with regards to other players and going through a few other bits and pieces within the Liverpool space. But let's start with a Klopp's injury update, basically. Yeah, so yesterday he started with Alisson. Of course, he said that he's also closer, but still not available for the game against Sheffield United, but is getting closer. I did say that the initial inspection on the player's return would be around 2 or 3 weeks. I wasn't expecting him to be out for such a long period of time. However, he's getting closer. There's better news with regards to Diego Jota. I remember I provided you an update with regards to Jota and stated that his situation was fairly unique, and it could be a situation where we have to wait till 2024 to actually get him back. I also added on to the fact that, of course, Mo Salah going away with the African Cup of Nations, it did pose a bit of a problem, and we don't want to be without those forwarding players. However, as I stated, Jurgen did provide an update with regards to him and said that he was running outside on Monday. So yeah, fairly good news with regards to that. But having said that, we have been handed a massive blow, and that's with regards to Joel Matip. Joel Matip, of course, starting the last 4 out of 5 games for Liverpool, of course, been fantastic with us at the back. Has been a good servant with the club as well, but it does look like he's going to be out for several months. Jurgen Klopp did confirm yesterday that the scan has not yet been done. However, did state it didn't look good, and on initial sort of prognosis have stated around sort of several months until we actually see Joel Matip back again, which is a huge blow, let's be perfectly honest. With regards to our sort of defensive options going forward, yes, we have got Konate, we've got Quansah, Van Dijk and Gomez. However, we are going into that sort of festive period. We have been a bit light with those defensive options. We have not been as good defensively so far this season. And as I stated, the main sort of problem that we're going to address in the summer is with regards to the defensive position. So being without Joel Matip now as another option is a major blow. As I said, he's been starting the last 4 out of the last 5 games. And as I said, Jurgen Klopp really does fancy him. He's a big part of what we want to do going forward. So maybe a potential early sign if we are going to be dipping into that sort of transfer market or not ahead of the summer. If that sort of rebuild is going to be brought closer to us, certainly remains to be seen. But that's with regards to the sort of injuries and, as I said, the massive blow. There's obviously more news with regards to the Anfield Road stand. Of course, Anfield Road stand, yesterday we provided you an update that a test event would be taking place next Monday, and that tickets have actually already sold out. It was a free event for Liverpool that they were going to be putting on, but as I stated, that has now been sold out. And as I stated, if you were thinking of going, you didn't have tickets, you can no longer go. However, having said that, Liverpool will be having their biggest crowd since 1977, as Liverpool do host Manchester United. And as I said, this is going to be the biggest crowd since 1977. Not the full 61,000 capacity that we're going to be getting in 2024. However, as I stated, it's going to be having a phased opening later on into the year. But Manchester United will be our biggest crowd since 1977, which is absolutely fantastic to hear. here. In other news, guys, of course, there's other games in the Premier League, but our match yesterday was Bradford City and the Liverpool Under 21s. And actually, Ben Doak was had to hobble off as 10 men Liverpool Under 21s shown exit by the League Two side. As I stated, Ben Doak left the field with a hobble as 10 men Liverpool Under 21s saw their time in the EFL Trophy come to an end in a 4-0 defeat at Bradford, despite their best efforts. It was a tough night for the first ever appearance in the knockout rounds for the EFL Trophy, with Barry Lutis's Young Reds up against League Two's 14th place side Bradford. Regular faces in the first team training, Doak, Callum Scanlon and Luke Chambers, were all surprise starters, adding some experience to a side boasting two 16-year-old centre-backs. The host named a strong side with just 3 changes from their last league game and scored the first goal after just 7 minutes when Tyler Smith jolted himself into the position in the middle of the box and fired an unstoppable strike beyond Fabio Mrozek. The referee was then often quick to blow his whistle in favour of the host, but even when Doak was shoved to the ground with an elbow to the back of the head, there was nothing doing. Only when Doak took a heavy tackle did the whistle blow some minutes later, as the Reds tried to get a foothold in the game, and Polish stopper Maritska was key to that at the other end with an athletic save. At the half-hour mark, though, Liverpool's task only became harder when they went down to 10 men, with Lewis Comas' rash tackle leaving the Reds with no complaints over the colour of the card. The quick and nimble feet of Matthias Malowski and Ben Doak were given Liverpool hope and opportunity throughout, but the end product was crucially missing. That was not the case for 14-year-old professional Andy Cook, who placed his finish beyond Mrozek to make a 2-0 win, 2-0 up, all the while Chambers protested a challenge near the touchline that led to the goal. The pressure was then turned up, and Mrozek pulled off a great low save, but he couldn't complain about a long-range strike, and Bradford capitalised for their third of the evening. Doak then, of course, hobbled off the field with 20 minutes remaining, and Liverpool hope it's just a bad case of cramps for the 18-year-old, who has been limited playing time since this season. A tough night for the Young Reds, who conceded a 4th in stoppage time as they bowed out of the competition, but all things considered, they more than held their own against senior professionals, 60 minutes of which were against 10 men. So as I stated, not a really good result for the Liverpool Under-21s, and as I stated, Ben Doak could be a bit of a problem with regards to his injury situation, so let's hope that isn't too much of a problem going forward, but we'll certainly find out as time goes on. But Liverpool fans, that's all I've really got for you today. Do you think we're going to be okay without the experience of Joel Matip within the team? And let me know your final score predictions ahead of the Sheffield United clash this evening down there in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and yeah, we'll be back for more Liverpool content on a day-to-day base. Here's hoping Liverpool do get 3 points tonight. I'm really, really excited for the game. Take care. Peace.